We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Cyclones' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Coming out with it, it's Jennings. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. From the gun, the ground game. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Whitaker. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating.
Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. There he goes. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down.
I love it. How about the onions of the coach? First drive coming out, set the tone. They get stopped on third down. Now you bring on the punt unit. No. I was ready. I had a fake, pulled the trigger, and got it.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Snagged out of the air. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. He wants to throw it again. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. And the Bruins will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. First and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to...
Touchdown, UCLA! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, third and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players...
Breaks into the open. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. He's already got 46 yards rushing for him now. What a drive to kick off the new season. And the Cyclones, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The pull and throw off the RPO. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third... and try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. On the move, it's Fry. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclones! Extra point here will tie the game.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country. But you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
The Bruins will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
The Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Direct snap. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. But with the ISO play, you'd think they'd get a good running start to get that block, but boy, I tell you what, they took care of business there, the defense did.
Took care of business. You see the pulling guard come around, and the defense is not full, attacking downhill. Nobody's getting knocked off the football, and the defense is not allowing them to run the football right up the gut on them.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Looking to pass, it's Travis. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's wrong.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Back to pass. It's complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense will put in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Harmon.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to...
Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Power football with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Look out, he's got room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. The give to the lone running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you look by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. They boot it away on 4th down. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the...
Turning it on! He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. First down, 10 yards to go. Dropping back, it's Tolzien. Here's a hit. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. He rifles one deep down the right side. Lots of room to run. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bruins! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Under fire. He's going to take off. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. Oh, he's got some space. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Using his legs to buy some time. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cyclones will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Touch pass on the run. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On the run, it's Rourke. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bruins want to move quickly. Back to throw, it's Tolzien. Looking to take a shot. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell in.
Turning on the Jets. He's at the touchdown, UCLA. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
They trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Fry.
All right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 1st down from their own 22. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Complete to the right. right down the gut of the field. 10. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to pass, it's Tolzien. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll immediately call timeout.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Got it in the middle. It's Whitaker. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. One more snap coming before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And this is some kind of belief in your kicker. They are sending him out there to try to get 3 from way downtown. What a disappointment. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Fry. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Travis. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Powers through the defender. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Cyclones line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Looking for room. It's Ross. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking for a deep man. Got it in stride inside the 20. Speeding down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bruins.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They give it to him again. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 30 short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. And the Cyclones will send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Give to the running back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Whitaker. At the 45 on his way. It's a running touchdown, UCLA. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over the field like Smokey in the pregame. They're up by 17 over Boise State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for room. It's Upshaw. There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Finds the tight end. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Now the play fake. Fires downfield. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Delivers the stiff arm. Found a little running room on that one, picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Dropping back, it's Tolzien. They're working that left side. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what?
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. A really nice day for this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Bruins! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Fry. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window.
Gonna let it fly. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
What a play by the safety. Really good understanding. Like, listen, if I'm going to sit back and I'm going to play cover 2 and I'm a free safety, I'm free to go get that thing. But I got to see the route. I got to see the wide receiver breaking, understanding the quarterback's throwing the football. And as soon as that hand separates from the other hand, I'm breaking on it.
Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it out. It's Fry. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better, but that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Cyclones come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll leave it with him. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Cyclones want to pick up the tempo. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Red pass, it's complete. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cyclones kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air on 1st down. Slings it downfield. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
That's caught. It's Anderson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll pull it down. Got all he needed for the 1st down, and then he gets down on the slide.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cyclones.
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
49, Iowa State 24.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the foot. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
And he's still running after the move. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative. Or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Throws for the tight end. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Complete to the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Bruins trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Why not trying to get it in? And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Now on 2nd down.
Get set, get set.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. To the air, it's Tolzien. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Looking to throw on 1st down.
Wow.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Dropping back, it's Tolzien. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken by. He's got it inside the 15. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Got the 1st down and more. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
And I feel sorry for this defense. They're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
And that is another 1st down for the offense.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th.